Hello, fabulous friends. Welcome back to the channel. I have a lot of jewelry, like a lot. My jewelry collection really never gets pruned because why would I? I lived overseas for many years and I would move countries and I would have to get rid of so many things, but jewelry I could always hold on to because it's easily portable. Since I was a little girl, I've always loved anything sparkly. It was always just my jam. So I'm going to take you through the whole damn collection, but it's going to take some time. So I thought I would do it by category. Today, we're going to tackle brooches. And one of the reasons for that is that, well, I kind of had a cursed February and I just gave up on, keto and trying to get myself in shape. None of my clothes fit. Doesn't feel great. A lot of my rings have stopped fitting me. But brooches will never turn on you. No matter what size or shape you are, they are probably the most versatile item in your jewelry arsenal. Forget the lapel. Brooches can be turned into pendants, worn in your hair. You can put them on shoulders. You can use it as a clasp for a strand of pearls. Add them to other necklaces. Put them on a turtleneck. Put them on a cuff. Like, so many options. Funnily enough, I'm not actually wearing one. And so I am not setting a great example for you today. We'll do a brooch styling video in the future. And in the meantime, let's get on with the collection. So this is where I keep my brooches. This is sort of insect life. These two pieces are both from Zara. I know the lizard is not an insect, but I had space in this tray, so he lives with the bugs. As you can see here, I've got quite the collection of butterflies. This is a vintage Avon piece, probably from the 1950s. I found my first one of these when I lived in Paris. There was a vintage market and I ended up buying a dress there for €5. Only because I wanted this brooch that came with it. And then these other two I managed to find thrifting during the course of time. This is just kind of a random thrift find. So is this. This one, oh, it's so beautiful. This is 1970s. I bought this from a street market when I lived in London. This tray is other kind of nature-based items. Eye of the tiger. He is so gloriously gaudy. This poor little snake didn't have any eyeballs when I found him at the thrift store, so I fixed that. Finds that I've had since the 90s. I actually had matching earrings for this one, but I've lost one. I think I might turn the remaining one into a pendant, so that might be another video at some point where I show you how to do that. But yeah, they're just super pretty. These two I thought I thrifted, but now that I think back on it, I actually think I found these at Walmart of all places. But they are just adorable. Another couple of thrifted pieces. This one I thrifted, Sarah Coventry piece, so wonderful quality, really nice and heavy. This one is modern. One thing I really like about this little guy is he has a loop here, so he can also be a pendant. These three I use a lot to fancy up clasps on necklaces. This kind of pineapple-y one I thrifted, and these two I found in a jewelry supply store a few years ago. These two are so vintage. I did thrift both of these. The reason that I bought them is because I remember my late mom having exactly these pieces in her jewelry box. And it just brought me back so much when I found them. This tray has some of my larger items in it. I love finding a really huge brooch, and this one with the multicolored stones is just so useful. This is another gigantic one, and I don't think this one is vintage, but it is very, very wonderful. This one is from Zara, and I just thought it was really interesting. These two are both thrifted. I just really like the sort of abstract quality on this one, and this is just a really, really useful piece. My mother was from Scotland, so I have a great love of a kilt pin, so these two belong to her. Essentially, these are giant, extremely sturdy safety pins, so you can do a lot with a decorative giant safety pin. Just popping in about halfway. If you are enjoying my content, maybe you would consider subscribing. It really helps me with the channel. The algorithm loves it when you subscribe. So if you would, and just hit that little bell for notifications, you'll never miss one of my amazing videos. So I can't even say it with a straight face. My trying hard videos is probably closer. These two were just random finds that I liked. The key motif was really cool, and I just really like the colors on this one. These two just have a great vibe. This one belonged to my mother, and I feel like it has a really Renaissance feel to it. The bright jewel colors and this organic shape to it. It's really fun. This tray is just a bunch of miscellaneous. Obviously, bows are a motif that I like a lot. These two were just thrift finds. This one I loved because it's so nautical and jaunty. And these two I bought in New York, either my first or second trip there at a street market, but it was in an underground parking garage. And I just remember being really nervous going there because I was wondering if I was going to get mugged. But I didn't, and I acquired these. These are some sterling silver brooches that belong to my mother, and they really need a good polishing, so I should get on with that. But this one is thrifted, but I like the Art Deco-ness of it. This one kind of has that Tiffany heart feel to it, that fluid shape. And this one I got from a little store that found this at Winners, and it just grabbed me, so I got it. I just love this sugar skull motif. I collect cameos in a very minor way. Thrift find, but very, very pretty. This one belonged to my mom, and I remember being fascinated with it when I was a little girl because of the way the light shines through it and how translucent it is. And these Victorian ones used to come with a loop here so that you could also wear it as a pendant, and unfortunately the one on this one broke off. I don't know if that's something I did when I was a little girl. I hope not. Picked this one up in Cape Town at a street market, and this one does have the loop left. It's a beauty. It's sterling silver, which I need to polish, and I think I bought it for the equivalent of $5 in whatever that was in rand. And yeah, it's just gorgeous. It's rare to find one that has such a simple frame, but I think that works really nicely with this one. It doesn't have a story. It's just pretty and interesting. This is another vintage piece, probably from the 1950s, and I have had it since the 90s, so it's super vintage. This deep tray holds my florals and starbursty things. I have two of these beautiful Sarah Coventry starbursts. They're so useful. You can wear them separately, you can wear them as buttons, you can wear them on shoulders, on cuffs. Anytime you can find two matching brooches, you should grab them. Although I found these separately. One I've had for since the 90s, and the other one I thrifted quite recently. So wonderful to see them together. As you can see, I have a great fondness for these floral enamel brooches from the 1960s. They're just so cheerful and joyful. This one's actually pinned to a headband because that's one of the ways I like to wear these. They're also very fun when you group them together on a lapel. But yeah, they just bring joy. This is one I thrifted when I was living in London, but the rest are just finds from whenever and wherever. You know, I'm a magpie, so anytime I can pick up something sparkly, I am on it. These three are thrifted pieces. These two are Sarah Coventry. Look at the texture on that. That's so cool. And then this one is not marked, but it is very, very sparkly. And again, you do find this on occasion. It has a loop so that it can also be used as a pendant. Here we have some orchids, and as I film this, I realize I have another orchid, but it is in the jewelry hospital, and I don't want to go digging for it because there are too many things in there that are going to make me feel guilty about not having repaired them. So this one was a recent find last year. Just look at the sculptural vibe on this. It's so cool. This one I bought in the 90s. And then this, again, was a recent thrift find. It's not vintage at all, but I do really love these little dangly things here. If you put it on a headband and wear it in your hair, it's really quite lovely. Okay, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments if you would like me to keep going with this series to see the rings, the necklaces, the bracelets, and of course the earrings. Did you have a favorite brooch out of my collection? Let me know. If you would consider subscribing, liking, all of these things are super helpful for me. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.